Hey, what's up, everyone? I am Shanif, and I help companies connect their business data to ChatGPT so they can talk to their data. Now, last week I introduced the Locusive Slackbot, which I'm building to do just that. Here you can see a couple of example prompts that I've talked to ChatGPT using the Slackbot with. Something simple like, hey, what's up? Gave me a conversational response. I've also connected this bot to my Salesforce account, so I'm able to ask it questions about my pipeline. Now, this is all well and good, but a lot of things that companies tell me is that they're worried about ChatGPT hallucinating an answer or making something up that doesn't really exist. And they really would like the ability to cite their information and tell ChatGPT, hey, look, tell me where you got this information from. So today I wanted to show you how the Locusive Slackbot now supports the ability to cite its sources. So let's take a quick example. I'm working with a financial services company that helps government employees prep for their retirement. And the government has a program, it's called the TSP, which is similar to what you might get with your own 401k. And they've got this document here, which has a lot of really good information about the TSP. Now, this company I'm working with would love to be able to cite this document as a source whenever they ask a question about the TSP. And now they can do that with the Slackbot. And here's how. So all you need to do is take the URL of any source document that you want. It could also be a PDF that you find online. And just use the new / command for adding a document and then paste in the URL. Now what happens is the Slackbot goes through and it reads the information on this webpage and it saves it for later so that it can use it to look up anytime you have a question, it'll use this information or any other relevant information to find your answer. All right, so we've got this document now listed as a trusted source. Let's see if we can ask it something basic and see if it comes back with the citation. Now let's just look at the very first sentence here. So as an active TSP participant, you're allowed to borrow money from your TSP account. So let's just ask it, can I actually borrow money from my TSP account? I'll copy and paste this question here because my mic is really close to me. I don't want you to have to hear me typing. And we'll just ask this question of the Slackbot. And so what's going to happen now is essentially something like an auto GPT for business format, where the Slackbot talks to ChatGPT, tries to figure out what's this person asking, where does this information come from. It looks through all of the tools that have been made available, whether it's the Salesforce account or this particular document. We're adding support for search engines, we're adding support for Google Docs, and then it tries to find where this information is from and get the information and then get an answer for the user's question. This will take a little bit of time, can take anywhere from a minute to 2 minutes, just depending on the time of day. But then once it comes back with an answer, what it's going to do is it's going to give me the answer and then it's going to cite the source right at the bottom. And what that allows me to do is be a little bit more confident whenever something comes back from ChatGPT. So here you can see, yes, as an active TSP participant, you are allowed to borrow money from your TSP account. And most importantly, it's got the source at the bottom. Okay, well, that's great. Maybe we can ask it something a little bit more complicated. So maybe I'm trying to use a loan against my TSP account to finance a mortgage. Now, I know you can't do that. You can only finance new homes. But, maybe someone else doesn't know that. Now, this document has a lot of good information, but a lot of this information is kind of hidden. There's a little bit of a table here, which is behind that little drop down. And then there's also a bulleted list of things that you can do with your document, with your loan. And here you can see, hey, look, you're not allowed to refinance. So the answer should be no. So I'll copy a question again, so you don't have to hear me typing, but I'll ask, can I use a primary residence loan to refinance my mortgage? Now let's go ahead and ask this question. And we should hope to see that the answer is going to be no. And then the source of this document is going to be the source of that answer will be this document here. So we'll give it another minute or two. And in another video, I'll actually walk through how this works on the back end in terms of what's being sent to ChatGPT, how it figures out what tools need to be run, how it figures out whether it has the answer or not. You can think of it as auto GPT for business. So we'll give it a minute here. We'll just expand this. And then once the answer comes back, we'll see that the source should be listed as this document here. Now you can add any trusted source you want from across the web as long as it's in natural language format, and you'll be able to use that document as a source for your answers going forward. Cool, so we got an answer here. No, a primary residence loan from TSP may only be used for the future purchase or construction of a primary residence and for costs needed to close. Okay, great. And you've got the source here. So we now have the ability to look at where ChatGPT is getting its information from and to use that information to answer our own business needs. You can combine information from sources, you can combine information from your existing tools, and you can have this all in one place so that you can chat with your data straight from your Slack workspace, which is where basically I spend a lot of my time, and I'm sure a lot of tech folks spend a lot of their time. All right, that's all for today. We're building in a lot of new features here. I hope you find this interesting. If you've got questions or if you want to talk to your own data, let me know. I'm helping businesses do a lot of this type of information work right now. All right, thanks a lot. Have a great day.